let's head out to Washington, D.C. and our chief foreign affairs correspondent, Nayyera Haq, with an update on Afghanistan, COVID-19, and the White House. A lot going on in D.C. President Biden's got his hands full there. Nayyera, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Speaking of Biden, it's been tough for him over the last couple of months between Afghanistan and COVID-19. His approval rating has sunk to 43%. The Texas abortion law and a less than robust jobs report also hurting the president. Is there anything that he can do to change this narrative moving forward?
It has been a tough month, but I will say this, Mike, it's also been a month in the deep summer, and Labor Day tends to be when people culturally and socially also turn a corner, heading into wrapping up the last quarter of the year. And that's probably what the White House is relying on right now, is that all of this will quickly be in Americans' rear view mirror. Now, Americans also tend to not vote on foreign policy issues. So despite the chaos and discussion around the withdrawal, it has been a largely popular withdrawal, right? Ending the war was popular. Whether or not Biden did it the right way is where that, those numbers start to shift. So what people will be left with is that at the end of August, before Labor Day, before 9/11, the 20-year anniversary, the war was ended. Now, what might also change this, of course, is the influx of refugees, Mike, and how they get handled. Do they get politicized? Do they get integrated into communities? That could potentially be a living reminder of how this war went down.
You said, will they be politicized? This is Washington, D.C. You know better than anybody. It will be politicized. A lot of people, especially on the GOP side, seem to forget that it was their president, President Trump, that actually started the withdrawal and the process. And of course, Biden got caught with the ball in his hands at that time with the execution of the withdrawal. But hey, this ain't about me. This is about COVID-19. It's about Biden. It also played a pivotal role in President Trump at the time losing the election, the way he handled things. Now the virus, even though it started off great with the vaccines and we seemed like it was turning a corner, now it's starting to hurt President Biden. People getting vaccinated, how do things change before the midterm elections? How do you think it'll change before then?
Well, we also know that the vaccine was heavily politicized, despite the fact that a large part of why it was able to be developed so quickly was because of Operation Warp Speed under President Trump. But he did not want to claim credit necessarily for the vaccine. It is largely available, right? Anybody can get one, any corner at this point. So the access and availability is there. That is something that Biden will take credit for, but we're seeing it break down on partisan lines in terms of who is vaccinated and who is not. So that may not fall on President Biden, of the number of people who still are hardly resistant to the vaccine tend to be staunch Republicans. They would never have voted for a Biden anyway. Unfortunately, the country suffers as a result of the partisanship around the vaccine. 600,000 people have died of this illness. We have dozens of school districts closed right now. In Broward County alone, 15 children died in Florida in one school district because of COVID. So that seems to be now a much more local issue, not necessarily considered to be something that's the president's fault.
Yeah, I think they're going to start putting a lot of the onus on some of those governors out there like Ron DeSantis and Greg Abbott in Texas for some of these issues that they're having in some of those states out there. One of the things, we can talk about Biden all we want, but I remember at the beginning of President Trump's administration, there was a lot of just instability. People were getting fired, people were quitting. I'm not seeing a lot of that here when it comes to President Biden and his administration and the people that are working for him. So from that point of view, is it better than expected? How tumultuous is it inside the White House right now?
President Biden had promised the steady hands at the wheel. And actually, his years of service, his seasoning is what was the selling point. It's like, bring somebody in whose team knows how to work the wheels of bureaucracy and allow that to provide some stability for the American public, right? That was almost the woosah of relief. Now, the flip side of that is, does this president have the people around him with newer generation thinking? He's had his chief of staff as his senior advisor for nearly 2 decades, right? So has he surrounded himself by a younger generation of advisors who are attuned to the nuances of how life has changed, right? And the mistakes that were made 20 years ago. That does, I mean, we see the White House press secretary is a millennial. It is the most diverse cabinet, young cabinet that we've seen in history. So that is some of the balance that's being played right now. It's not chaos by any means. And actually, there's very little dissent in the public eye either. You don't hear about internecine fighting from this White House. The question is, can he truly deliver the progress the American people want? Or will he be the moderate that keeps the status quo?
Real quick before we let you go, Nayyera, this time next year, it's the midterms. Very important. He's got time to turn things around. And wouldn't you agree? I mean, because we still are, at 6 months from now, you'll still remember Afghanistan, and maybe you'll still have the remnants of COVID. But if he can do things to help his policy, pass his legislation that he wants to pass when it comes to infrastructure and maybe some of the things, especially for us black and brown people, he can turn things around and get this thing back on track. Would you agree? It
is going to be, I do, that the American memory can be very short, but black people's as memories are long. And if President Biden is not able to deliver on voting rights, police reform, the things that people who voted for him, right? Let's not forget South Carolina, the largest black voting population in the primaries. Jim Clyburn, the leading member of Congress, the senior black statesman, they gave him the primary election. So there is an expectation that he will deliver for the communities that got him there. Whether or not he'll be able to deliver on that before the midterm is going to be the big question. We know that infrastructure came first. Voting rights still on the table. We still have an issue with the filibuster to make anything happen in the Senate. But I can tell you this, if a Democratic majority does not come through after the midterm election, definitely nothing's going to happen for our communities after that point.
And I was saying that in the first hour too. It's like, even though he's going through so much and has so much on his plate, he cannot forget about the black and brown communities and the promises he made to get him elected. And if that doesn't happen, you can't expect, and you won't see black and brown people turning out like they did in 2020. It's already hard to get them out for the midterm, but they definitely won't come out if he doesn't live up to the promises that he made to get into office in the first place. Nayyera, it's always great seeing you. Thanks for getting up early this morning with us. We appreciate you. Of course, we'll see you tonight at 5 o'clock Eastern time for The World Tonight. You and Kelly Wright always do a great job right here on BNC.